This said, she cast herself, cloaked in a cloud and driving storms, down from high heaven, seeking the troops of Ilium, Laurentian camps. Then out of insubstantial mist the goddess fashions a phantom, thin and powerless, that has Aeneas's shape, astounding sight, and wears the Dardan's arms. She imitates the shield and helmet of his godly head, and gives it empty words and sound that has no meaning, and she counterfeits his gait, like forms that, it is said, hover when death has passed, or dreams that cheat the sleeping senses. That image swaggers, glad, before the first line of the warriors, provoking Turnus with words and weapons. Turnus charges toward it and hurls his hissing spear from far. The phantom then wheels around and shows its heels. When Turnus thought that Aeneas had lost heart in flight, his mind, bewildered, drank in empty hope. Where are you off to, Trojan? Don't abandon your promised bride. This right hand will provide the land that you have sought across the seas. So shouting, Turnus chases after it and brandishes his naked blade. He does not see that winds bear off his victory. Chance had it that a ship was anchored there, along a ledge of high rock, ladders set, and gangways at the ready. It had just borne King Osinius from Clusian shores, and here the anxious phantom of Aeneas, escaping, dashes to conceal itself. But Turnus, just as quickly, rushes on and leaps across the ladders and high bridge. Yet he had hardly touched the prow when Juno slices the cable, sweeps the severed galley across the ebbing waters. While Aeneas searches for vanished Turnus to do battle and sends down many warriors to death, and that thin phantom tries to hide no longer, but flies on high and mingles with black clouds. A stiff wind carries Turnus on the waters. Not knowing what is happening, ungrateful for his escape, he looks around, then lifts his hands and voice starward. All-able Father, have you thought me so guilty? Would you have me pay such a penalty? Where am I carried? Where have I come from? What can bring me back, and how? And shall I once again look on Laurentium's walls and camp? What will they say, the warriors who followed me in my arms, all whom I have left behind? A shameful crime, to unutterable death. And now I see them scattered, I can hear the groans of those who fall. What shall I do? What land could now gape deep enough to take me? Winds, have pity, for I, Turnus, pray you, drive my ship against the reefs, the rocks, or dash it on the savage shallows of some sandbank, where neither the Rutulians nor rumor, who knows what I have done, can find me out. As he says this, his mind is torn in two, whether because of his disgrace he should insanely fall upon his sword and drive the brutal blade into his ribs, or plunge among the waves and swimming reach the curving coastline and so return to face the Trojans. 3 times he tried each way. 3 times great Juno held Turnus back. With pity she restrained him. He glides ahead. With favoring wave and tide he cuts across the sea, and he is carried down to his father Daunus' ancient city. Meanwhile, spurred on by Jupiter, Mezentius takes up the fight. Ferocious, he attacks the Teucrians, who are wild with their success. The Tuscan troops charge on together, pressing toward him alone. At him alone they cast all of their hates and shafts. just like a rock that juts into a waste of waters, bare to maddened winds and naked to the breakers, taking the force and menace both of heaven and of the seas, while it persists unmoved. Such is Mezentius. He lays low the son of Dolichaon, Hebrus, Litagius and Palmus as he runs off. Litagius attempts to strike him, but Mezentius meets him first, full in the face, and with a rock, a mountain fragment, smashes in his mouth, while he leaves Palmus hamstrung, powerless, to writhe about. And he lets Lausus have both Palmus's plumes and armor for his crest and shoulders. Then Mezentius kills Evanthes and Mimas, one who was a friend of Paris and of the same age. For Theano brought him to the light, the son of Amycus, the very same night that, pregnant with a firebrand, the daughter of Cisseus, Hecuba, bore Paris. Now Paris lies within his native city. Mimas lies unknown on Latin shores. Just as a boar that for long years found shelter within Mount Vesuvius's pine forests, or among the marshlands of Laurentum, where he pastured on rich reeds, when driven down from his high hills by gnashing dogs, and caught by rings of netting, halts and fiercely roars and bristles up his shoulders. Not one hunter has heart enough to show his anger, or move in against him, but far off and safe they hound and harry him with shafts and shouts. Then, even so, no one, however just his indignation, dares to meet Mezentius with drawn sword. They provoke him from a distance with missiles and loud shouts. He hesitates from side to side, but unafraid, gnashing his teeth, he shakes their lances from his shield.